we are in the bike shed. This is a super cool spot here in the UK. You guys have probably seen some of the videos up online. They do some really cool, what do you guys call it? Like it's like daily rides, or what is it? The ones where you have
rides, but daily rides.
That's right.
It's our members, regulars that come here.
Yeah.
For the bikes that are custom builds. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So to introduce, what is your name?
So I'm James.
James, what do you do here?
I'm head of digital here.
Head of digital. You're the guy that emailed me.
I am the guy that emailed
literally 3 days before I came.
I saw a clip of our video on your channel.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what, you just got to come down. We got to go for a ride. So
love it. Yeah. And you?
I'm Dan. I create the content.
He creates the content.
Yeah.
He's a digital.
Yeah.
And I'm the Yam. Let's do this.
Show you around the space? Or?
Yes, let's show us around the space.
Yeah, so we've got, this is a full-blown restaurant that we're open till midnight most days.
Yeah.
And yeah, we do everything from breakfasts to burgers to, I think you just had a superfood salad. How was your superfood salad?
It was delicious. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah. Very healthy, very soothing to the soul. The colon, flushes everything out. Yeah.
We've got members plaques. So all of our members get a plaque along the wall. We have a very, very intimate setting of 9 people, and we bring in like the top motorcyclists or top people that we love to give talks and have dinner with. Like that kind of stuff's only available for members.
Yeah.
But it's really exciting. We have people like Jenny Timmuth, who's like the fastest around the TT course.
Oh, sick.
Maria Costello.
Like it's funny. My UK fans are always saying, "You gotta go to the TT. You gotta go to the TT." I would love to go to the TT one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So Jenny's the fastest around the TT, and we have Maria Costello, who did one recently. She was the first woman to ever ride the TT.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of your fans might know Charlie Borman, who rides.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I know Charlie Borman. Yeah. I hear that he frequents the spot.
Yeah, he does. He's involved in the bike shed.
Oh, cool.
And he does captain tables, things like that. So yeah, we've got like a really exciting membership vibe as well. It's really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of these helmets here are that's like one of our chef's helmets. We've got like our editor's Rossi's helmets, because our editor races in flat track.
Yeah.
And he's actually won the rookie championship. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. So a few of those were his racing helmets. One of which I think he crashed in quite badly.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it's that green one right there, right?
The black one he crashed in.
Oh yeah.
The green one's quite cool because it's got all of our faces on the back, which is quite nice.
Yeah. So I do have a question about flat track. Is that kind of gaining in popularity here in the UK? Because it's starting to be very popular in the States. Yeah. The new FTR 1200, for example, it's kind of broken the mold.
So people like D2RA here, which is the national championships in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And that's been growing really quickly over the last couple of years. And then you're right, the FTR and things like that have started to. We've seen a lot more custom builds being flat track as well recently.
Yeah.
So this painting here is done by Toria James, who's a friend of ours, and it's actually of our editor Ross on his bike racing flat track, which I love.
That's
this
super.
painting.
It's super cool.
So
I just noticed that it's like a heart at the engine. That's super awesome.
So we have our barber shop as well, which is closed for lunch, I'd assume right now. But yeah, so we have a barber shop in here, which some people, there's restaurant barber shop, but it really works, and it's like it brings this space together. And
you roasted me a little bit. You're like, "Do you want a haircut?" I was like, "No, you saucy son of a bitch."
I think that might have been Dan.
Was it you?
That's more of a Dan comment.
Yeah.
We come into our lounge, so we have this place to hang out and do whatever you want, and either eat food or just have a beer, etc. And
I gotta say, this is such. I love the arches here. This is such a cool space. Like it's amazing.
I love it.
It's really amazing.
And I think so because we've got an event on at the moment. We've moved all our motorcycles into here. So we've got quite a few exciting ones in here. I don't know if you want to see around the specific one.
Absolutely.
Going to miss this one out because I can't remember. Is this Dutch's one that went to the cafe race?
This is Ali Latimer.
Oh, right, yes. Okay.
So Ali Latimer, when we did our first Cafe Racer Cup, he actually placed second on this in the rapids class. We had 3 classes.
Whoa.
So he was second, beaten only by Adam Child, who is
a professional rider.
Yeah, the motorcycle tester for MCN.
Wow.
So a big UK publication.
Yeah, well, the first thing I noticed is I was like, oh, Olin's front suspension, like this thing's, it's not fucking or not, it's serious.
A new front end in this. There's a video on this on the regulars rides.
Yeah, this thing looks amazing. Yeah, it's so cool.
There's a weapon on that.
And then I think my favourite bike maybe in here, which you're not allowed to tell Dutch because if you tell Dutch you might, it's his wife's bike.
All right.
Which is the Sport Classic.
This is this one you were talking about at lunch, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this is Vicky, who is the co-owner of the Bike Sheds, co-founder. She has the Sport Classic, which kind of started the bike shed because she bought it for Dutch.
Yeah.
And then has somehow managed to take it back. I don't know how that happened, but she's managed to now own it.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful bike. And I love sport classics as they are. So
They're amazing.
absolutely amazing. Is it
My
kind of like
my
Tron
favorite thing,
inspired?
it's got the price tag. It just says nope.
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 And then these two, Dan might be able to tell you a little bit more about because he has made videos on these bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we also do the regulars rides, but we also do the pro builds.
Yeah.
So we get the builders in. This one was a Ducati Monster Dark.
Yeah.
That's built by Fast Tech Racing. So they're really big on a lot of the engineering and the CNC. So they've built the whole thing, but it's got loads of trick parts with on all the top yokes, the handlebars, the machined all the rims, all these covers down here.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool one.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
quite cool. Yeah.
Is this just a stock engine, but just like kind of remachined, reworked, redone?
Fully rebuilt.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, again, there's a video on this one. This went out a couple of weeks
This
ago.
tank is wild on this one, isn't it? Wow.
So this one's built by Vmoto.
Yeah. What a comfortable seat.
I know. The amount of comments on YouTube are sort that seat out. But he's got a piece of foam that he took off.
Yeah.
But he's ridden this from John O'Groats up in Scotland to the south of England on something called the Malay Great Mile.
Yeah.
Which is where everyone gets together and goes on a big road trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, more details on that on the video on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Fun thing with this, I can't remember which Jaguar, but a race car. This was in the builder's, treasure trove of parts that he wanted to use one day, and it's actually from a Jaguar racing car.
I was actually going to ask if this is like a full Acura, but it's an even better story that it comes with the Jaguar. And then,
Completely built. It's just
that's really cool. If you guys are curious, I will include links in the description below to this bike and try to find it on their channel, and then some other bikes that I find really cool as well, because I've actually seen a lot of the regular rides, which is super cool. Yeah. Did you have the XSR 700 on there?
Yes.
I think I saw that one. Yeah.
Yes, that's mine. Yeah.
That's
Which
cool.
We will see later.
Yeah.
Right,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
A
then
few things on there. There's a staff bikes feature, so they're all our bikes, and we talk through them
Yeah.
and why and what we've done on them. Then there's regulars rides, which are the people who come in
Yeah.
and talk about their bike. And then we have pro builders who do it for a living, and they show off their great builds like these ones.
Yeah.
And then, just so we don't miss it, we have one of only 2 arch motorcycles
I was
in the
just
country
about to
back
say,
here,
yeah.
So I don't know if you want to.
Absolutely,
I'm
yeah.
sure,
Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 of these in the UK.
How amazing.
And we have one of them. And it's just such an interesting bike.
Oh yeah. It's so low volume production, and it's like
Absolutely, yeah.
so bespoke.
Very
It's
very
crazy.
bespoke, high end, luxury pricing.
Yeah.
Our editor took this out for a ride the other day. It sounds great, doesn't it? We took it back in. We posted it on Instagram.
Big
the
Berkeley
sound.
B twin, yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we're going to make a video about that soon. But yeah, it's great.
You'll get a lot of attention making a video on that for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So we got the shop back here.
Dedicated by this gorgeous build by Rebels Alliance, who are just down the road.
Yeah.
Bike builder that are just around the corner from us. I love this a lot. We just made a video on it. Obviously, it's kind of more flat track style with the flat track tires,
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
were saying earlier.
Again, really good video on this. The builder, Jappa from Rebels Lines,
Yeah.
took an SR500, put a big ball kit in it to a 650. Made, the best shot is in here. I'll get a little clip for you. But these pipes are about over an inch thick.
Yeah.
But yeah, full build video on this one. The tank, he created his own puck and welded it all out.
Yeah. This is just, you can just see everything. It just so is nice right here. Like you can see the throttle body, the intake right there. That's really cool.
So one of the things we do here at Bike Sheds is we have our own retail and clothing.
Yeah.
And we have our own collaborations as well. We've started collaborating with other brands.
Yeah.
So I might take you around a bit and see what I can spot as we go around.
Yeah.
So a collaboration with Nex going on. Nex helmets. So this is our dirty helmet.
Yeah.
Which is it's what it's nicknamed anyway, because that's what it's going to get. Dirty.
Yeah, it should, rightfully so.
But yeah, so this is from Bike Shed and a collaboration with Nex, which is I really like so much. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And then we have exactly the same on the other side. Is another collaboration with them for the track.
Yeah.
So here we
Gotta love black and gold.
Next Bike Shed helmet, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do our retail's growing really quickly, and which is really exciting. And we have we've done things with Dickies, so like Dickies coach jacket and Bike Shed. So we have like our
That's
Bike
really
Shed
cool.
jacket, which is
Yeah,
really
that's
nice.
super cool.
But then we've started to really move on to doing like really exclusive pieces that we've really worked on.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find it. Has a little bit of a story behind it.
Yeah.
So this is a completely made and designed bike shed, but it's a collaboration with Gold Top. Gold Top make great jackets. We love them, and we took our own style on it.
Yeah.
But it's named the McNichol because we had a dear friend of ours, who unfortunately passed away. And he used to ride with us. He used to come down here, and he was such a great guy.
Helps us found the place.
Helped to found us the place.
Wow.
Investor, like fantastic guy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he passed away recently, and we decided to name the jacket after him because we wanted his name to continue and carry on.
That is
And it
super
had
cool.
a very similar gold top jacket. We did a video on his bike,
Yeah.
and he was wearing a similar jacket to this, and all the comments were, "Where is that jacket from?" And you know, it reminds us of
Yeah.
it. So we did our own spin on it.
That's super cool. Yeah, I love the quilted right here. That's really neat. So, what's your favorite piece in the shop? You would say
Piece in the shop.
this black and gold helmet is super sick. That's got to be my favorite. I think
It is
Yeah.
quite good. What was it? Do you know what? I actually really like the Sherpa jacket.
Nice.
So this is a collaboration between Bike Shed and Resurgence.
Yeah.
And we've just got this really nice like inner, so it keeps you, because we live in Britain, it's not hot like it is in Dallas, Texas. So we need
This is
we
something
need
you would
this.
once a year
We need
in
this
Dallas,
we need this on the inside. So this is really cool. I like it.
And this is cool too because you can you get off the bike and it just looks casual.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
that.
And actually, I tell you what.
Dan, what about you? Favorite item?
Well, I can have the Sherpa jacket now. You've got enough that one. It's like picking a Monopoly board piece. Yeah, this is mine. I wear black, and I like my Levi's denim jacket, but
Yeah.
this is just a bit more.
Sherpa's just popular then, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, it's good. But then we have obviously, I don't know if we go outside now, but like obviously we have our drive. So if you ever ride into the bike shed, you just ride straight through here. Normally when it's not winter, we don't have an event on. We have tables here, people are eating. You drive past the people eating and into our. This normally would be our parking in the back.
Yeah.
So at the moment we've just got a few parking here. We've got Dan's bike and my bike.
Oh,
Ready
nice.
to take you
Yeah,
out,
there we go. Yeah.
ready to take you out on the rides.
That XSR is
And
good
then
looking, man. That thing's great.
So that'd be exciting. Have I done it?
I think you've done it. Yeah.
I've done
This was it. Yeah. We have a bicycle over there, so we'll just edit that out or something.
Yeah, it's the bike shed, but not that type of bike shed.
Well, that's super cool because we came through this way, and I was wondering which entrance it was, but that's
Yeah,
cool.
this
It's like
is
a
the main
motorcycle
entrance,
specific
yeah.
one. Yeah, because there's actually a surprise coming in another video. I am going to be riding a bike out here in London, which is pretty sick. It's going to be a big surprise on which bike that is. No pressure, don't crash it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, what is going on, everybody? This is a bit of a different format for us here today. We're doing kind of an interview with, your name is Vicky, correct?
Yep, that's
co-owner,
correct.
right, of the bike shed, or just owner? How do you?
Oh, boss lady.
Boss lady, yeah. Lady in charge, yeah. And Dan, of course, from our ride. And from
James,
earlier.
even.
Jesus Christ, sorry, yeah. Got the names all mixed
Drink
up.
the
yeah.
coffee.
Yeah,
We need to
this
drink
is
the
what I
coffee.
need, yeah, obviously. And again, thanks so much for the bike shed for having me out here. It's been a super fun day checking it out.
You're welcome.
So, first question I have is, I've kind of heard a little bit of the story behind it, but I'd love to hear from you kind of how it came about and what the deal is with the bike shed.
Okay, well, the bike shed really originated from our love of bikes. Me and my husband have both been riding for many, many years. Me since I was 5 years old, so
Yeah.
it's a long time. And we basically, all of us sat around a pub. We used to meet up on our bikes at a pub.
Yeah.
And we were discussing who's going to go to the next bike show. And we were like, I'm a bit tired of the bike shows, the traditional format.
Yeah.
What if we did an event? So we had that Carlsberg moment. And previously to that, my husband had started blogging about him customizing his bikes and people customizing their bikes in the shed. So that whole shed build thing. And so we put on an event. We had a nice little following on Facebook. Didn't really do Instagram then, and loads of people turned up at this little event we put on.
Yeah. And where was that event?
So that event was actually about 10 railway arches that way.
Okay.
And we had about 55 custom bikes. It was a free event, and it had great food, great kind of hospitality, sofas, beautiful custom bikes that didn't have any ropes around them, none of the pretentious stuff, no girls in lycra, none of that stuff, and cool photography and art on the wall. And it was just really about saying, community, we got a little event, come and join us and hang out.
Just come look at some cool bikes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we had 3,000 people come over the weekend. And we were like, oh, this is something. So
no kidding.
really what happened from the back of that first show was we started to invest more time and energy, or actually I say we, my husband started to invest more time and energy into writing stories, and people started sending us their builds, and it became really interesting. We used to sit there every night. We had full-time jobs, so every night I'd come home and sit there typing up a story, you know, making people's pictures pretty, and really celebrating the kind of shed custom scene. There were other brands out there like Bike Exit that were doing the then they were doing the really high-end polished, you can only submit your bike if you've got this kind of photo and it needs, so we were really like supporting the underdogs, and people loved it. People loved a good story. Why are you building that? Well, what was your reason for putting those crazy tires on that bike? Why did you decide to change your exhaust? And it was all about the storytelling. So that just kind of took off, and as our shows progressed, people kept coming to our events and saying, why isn't this a permanent space? Why do you have to close after 2 days? Just keep it open. I'll come here every day. And so we were like, actually, there's something in this. So essentially, the shows got bigger, and we quit our jobs, and we raised some cash, and we got a really nice group of people, and they gave us their money. They thought they were mad at first. We thought they were mad at first, but in the end, it's paid off. And
one thing I did want to note really quick on that, because you were mentioning this earlier, is that most, if not all, the investors are involved in motorcycles in some capacity, right? I think some people might look at a space like this, and you know, you mentioned this, they might look at it like, oh, they just set up shop and they just want to capitalize on motorcycle culture. It's like, no, it's run by bikers. Everyone's here's a biker. Like
100%.
It's real stuff.
Our investors are our customers.
Yeah, exactly.
And which is really, really nice, because not only does it bring the authenticity to what we've done here at the bike shed, actually we get to sell them all of our cool stuff.
Works out,
Exactly. So like tonight, one of our investors is coming in, and he's got a table for 20 people.
There you go.
You know, he doesn't get free food, he pays, but this is where he chooses to bring his mates. This is where he chooses to bring his family, his friends. And so what we really wanted was a group of people who are really excited about making this happen and enjoying it for themselves. So that was a really nice, and actually, I guess on our part, it was intentional. But because we met really great people that knew really great people, it kind of spread like that. We never got to the desperation point where we were like, we'll just take your money. We get offered money all the time. But if they're not our kind of people, then we don't take it. You can't buy bike sheds.
For sure. You gotta grow smart, not just grow for the sake of growth.
Yeah, you gotta be part of it. We're building a community. And what we found is all of our investors now, they didn't know each other at the beginning, and now they're going on holidays together, they're doing rides in Cambodia, you know, and we're like, how do you guys know each other? Yeah, you're investors, but they're like, oh, we met at the last investor meet, and we just booked a holiday together to go riding through the Alps. So it's again just kind of facilitating that need of a place where you can come, and even if you're not a biker, you still want to be here.
For sure.
It's got great food, it's a great environment. So
well, that's what I was telling James, was like, you walk in, it's like such a cool atmosphere, like the arches, like the lighting, like you guys have done a really great job there. It feels really cool. Like it's a space you want to come back to for sure.
Yeah, and that was really the thing, and I guess, you know, when you look at everything in here, we bought, we planned, we did all this ourselves. You know, we didn't get some fancy designer to come in and do it. We were like, well, what do we want? How do we want to be served? What do we want to read? How much do we want to pay for that? So everything's from our point of view, which thankfully other people liked, and it's still going, right?
Well, that's funny. That's kind of what I say. I'm like, the content I make is like, I just make it like stuff that I would want to watch, you know, and it just works out that there's apparently more people like me, and then that's kind of how it is. I think like that's the core of the passion behind it. Like, you just make something that you'd want to see, you know?
Absolutely. And I think if you stay true to that, then you're on a winning path.
I would agree.
Because you can't, you know, you don't want to kind of bring somebody into an environment that you don't want to be here yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here 7 days a week. I don't have to be here. I actually like being here.
Yeah.
I like meeting our customers. I like hanging out. I like seeing what rolls in. You know, and kind of doing a bit of tire kicking. It's just kind of, you know, and speaking to new people.
Yes.
So, and it's a friendly environment. And also being a woman, there's lots of women out there that go, oh, I can't go to a scary biker place, even if they're a biker, because they feel intimidated. Yeah, it's just like, we're all just cool. We ride, we don't ride, it doesn't matter. If you're, you know, a good person and not an idiot, then you are welcome and you're in the family. So
if you do burnouts in your arch,
if you do burnouts in my arch,
you're not welcome.
That's not a good thing.
Has that happened?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. People come in, they go, oh, shiny floor, and then they just go. So I've had to tell a few people off, but you know, it's cool.
Well, let me ask you this, because I think you were mentioning this earlier that the Dutch was involved in flat tracking at one point, right?
Ross,
was.
so our editor, and the first employee of the bike shed when you and Dutch employed him.
He got paid before us.
There you go.
That's the love right there.
Exactly.
So Ross won the
Hooligans
ETRA championship.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was his first time ever flat tracking. He built his bike himself. I remember kind of being in the garage with him as he was like welding the exhaust and getting it just right. Put the fuel tank under the seat, right next to the exhaust. It was all charred up. I was like, but we called it, the bike was called the High Sider.
Awesome.
And it didn't really turn left very well. But he won the championship on it. And it just goes to show you don't need all the money, all the gear, all the flash stuff. He was like, I want to give it a go. I'm going to build my own bike. It was a Kajiva to start with.
Right.
You know, it's all got welding marks and it's all a bit gnarly.
Yeah.
And he won the championship for the hooligan round. So first year doing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I wanted to ask you about flat tracking because it seems to me that that's like the next kind of arc of popular motorcycle styles. I think we kind of had cafe bikes and then scramblers. They're still popular, but I really think that flat track, especially with FTR's 1200 Indian's new bike.
So want one.
Yeah,
I sat on Roland Sands one.
Yeah, I said I wanted EICMA. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing. I was like, if it's tall enough, if it's short enough for Roland, I can get on it. I actually sat on it and I could fit just about tippy toes.
Yeah.
But I think in the UK, the flat tracking scene has kind of exploded and it's still growing. I think the next wave is adventure. Everyone's getting into adventure bikes, Dakar.
It is true, yeah.
So you've kind of got this, you know, flat tracking's still going strong, still big. I think we really saw it really impacting about 3 years ago, the start of the kind of trend to move to that. And obviously with some of the new bikes that were being brought out. But I think what's going to happen is flat track will still go strong. But the next kind of just creeping in now is the adventure action, and you know,
interesting. Something like Scrambler or Triumph Scrambler, the new, it's like the more higher upright Scrambler. They're calling it basically a naked ADV bike, which I find really interesting. I never looked at it that way, but I'm like, it is kind of a naked ADV bike. So I think there's lots of room to grow in the ADV market in general.
I think it's
because a lot of guys that maybe rode sport bikes 10, 15 years ago, you know, they don't want a Harley, they don't want a cruiser. They're like, well, ADV's looking pretty good, like a GS or something like that. So
and we see a lot of that, and also people doing their own mini adventures now.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
that's the point. Get out and ride.
Exactly, it's the whole thing. We did an event this year, which was the Cafe Racer Cup, which was last year, and it was bring your Cafe Racer and race on the track. So many people had never been on a track. They're racing their pride and joy. They loved it. No one crashed. It was really safe. It was really nice. There were some fast people out there as well. And this year we're doing the same event, but we're also going to bring in a grass event because we're like, people want to get their bikes on the grass. They want to get their bikes on different terrain. They want to have a little mini adventure, and it's like, well, why not? You know, all right, we can't all do the Dakar. You know, we're not all fit enough and slightly too old, but that's not going to stop me going and having my own little mini adventure.
Absolutely,
and I think that's what's really shifted. People have become more confident to go, I've got a scrambler and at the moment I'm just riding through London, but actually I could take that out. I could get that through a little stream. I could get that up a bit of dirt and actually enabling them to do that.
Exactly. From your angle, it's creating that opportunity for them to go and have that experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, bike shifting, you're enabling to do that with the Sunday Scramble, with the Cafe Racing Car.
Love that.
We started doing those events.
Yeah.
Right?
The Sunday Scramble was amazing. We went, right, we've got a little track. It's a 40-minute ride from here. Bring your bike up. We're going to have breakfast. I think there was about 50 of us. We had these guys, and it was like for newbies, people that have done a bit of off-roading before, and then kind of the pros. And they took us out for like the whole day. I loved it. I dropped my bike twice. I had the best fun. I like, going over rocks and sand and through a stream and mud and sliding. And then we ended in a pub, had a big Sunday lunch. And we were like, what an epic day. Minimal like commitment financially. Everybody had their road bikes. They just had to have they had scramble tires on them anyway. And we all just had a really good laugh. And it's taken away that pressure of gotta compete, gotta have this, gotta have that. So just all you gotta do is have some fun. So that's our thing. Have some fun.
That's cool. Well, let me ask you this: where can people find out more about the bike shed? Where can they go? Like, the floor is yours.
Oh, the floor is mine. Wow. Okay. Well, you can find out about the bike shed through Instagram. So Bike Shed MC on Instagram.
You guys have a huge following, by the way.
Thank you. And it's growing, and it's really nice because people actually contribute to it as well, which is really nice. You can check us out on our website, which is thebikeshed.cc, or on Facebook. And also, we've got this amazing space in Shoreditch in London. So if you're in town, come and say hello.
And YouTube.
I forgot that little thing.
The little thing that they're working hard on.
That little thing called YouTube. You can see all of our antics on YouTube. Meet some of our regulars. We do little films on their rides. But also, we're going to be opening this space in America. We're coming to LA.
That's right. So James was talking to me about that. He was saying that y'all are going to open up a space in LA. When is that kind of planning, or
end of this year?
End of this year.
Oh yes.
That's exciting.
Go big or go home.
Exactly. I think LA is the perfect spot to do it. You got the canyon roads, motorcycle culture out there. It's gonna be great.
Every weekend I'm going to be like, see you later team, I'm just going to go and do some work. Lots of, I guess what's the term, lots of research. Lots of research into activities in LA.
That's what I tell my accountant. He's like, that doesn't count. And I'm like, damn it.
But I needed to research the new CC pipes on my whatever, or buy that new bike. So you have to find ways to slip that through. I can tell you about that later though.
Perfect. Off camera. Well, Vicky, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Whenever the space is open in LA, hit me up and then we'll go and check it out.
You need to come and visit and have some fun.
Cool.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks again. Pleasure.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You guys have a good one. Thank you, Dan, for making the camera. Bye, guys. See you later.